Hello. It's Wednesday, May 17, 2023. It's a SIG Node CI meeting. Welcome, everybody. Today, I wanted to start agenda with a few discussions and highlights. First of all, I want to point to this stress test that is being added. It's not quite stress test. It's not a it doesn't stress entire machine. It's more, it does stress entire machine. It tries to make machine run out of sockets. Hopefully, we wouldn't run out of sockets because we had this improvement recently done on probes implementation. So this will not kill the machine, but it potentially can. And I think this is one of the few tests that has this effect. Other tests, we have eviction tests that are also kind of flaky and depend on environment, but the eviction test intentionally make machine go into bad state, and that's why we have them flaking that much. This test tests that machine will not get into this state, so supposedly it will be more stable and better behaved. If you have any comments on implementation or you want to see something similar implemented, please take a look and comments here. Any questions on stress test? Okay. And I also wanted to start collecting more of information of what kind of areas we improve testing in. I know that we're working on ARM tests. There are currently 2 PRs, one in test infra and one in KK. That will implement ARM tests in open source. So I know that vendors running some ARM tests, but I also want to make sure that OSS like upstream has good coverage. And since Google Cloud now supports ARM machines, and we also have AWS, right? So AWS has Graviton, so maybe some of the test cases from this PR can be run on AWS in future. But nevertheless, I think it's a good idea to run it. So hopefully we'll get this through the finish line and we'll have ARM coverage. Also, I wanted to reiterate on the standalone kubelet test that was added last release. So what happened is there are a few, like standalone mode is very specific. In standalone mode, kubelet doesn't have client initialized, so it's null or nil in Golang, and if it's nil, it can cause all sorts of panics, like people assuming that there is a connection to API server, so they assume that it's not nil and try to call it periodically from one place on another, and especially it happens under feature gates in alpha features, because in alpha features you have less of a coverage, and most standalone mode kubelets are not running in alpha with alpha features. So these two I added 2 tests in CI to catch regressions in the previous release, but I never added them in periodics. So I think it's time to add them in periodics and run them like maybe once a week would be enough, maybe more often, but you need to see test coverage and try to catch early any problems with new caps. That said, we also have multi-NUMA in periodics. Swati, I think you added them, right? So they added in CI, but I think we also need to move them in periodics. They were quite green, but now they never run for a while. I looked at test grid, and there is no recent executions.
Okay.
So what do you think?
So yeah, definitely we can add them to periodics. That's not a problem.
Okay. So I think these 3 new areas of tests are very good. If you can get them through finish, like add this multi-NUMA and the standalone mode to periodics, and ARM will be delivered soon. So we'll have 3 areas. Does anybody remember any other areas that we improved recently? Okay.
Maybe it's a little bit unrelated, but I was having a discussion with one of the release team members. So this was related to a PR that I had when I was trying to add jobs to release branches. And they recommended that, for some of the branches, you can add a release per fork option, and that essentially enables them for future releases. So maybe it's worth sharing the PR. And I kind of made a few changes related to that, but I think in general, this is useful because if we have some jobs on master branch, we don't essentially enable them directly on our release branches. All these are disabled by default. So it doesn't actually, we don't lose anything by enabling them, but just adding them as release per fork gives us the ability to enable if we want to do it. So here is an example. I posted on chat.
In chat.
I have a comment on this option. Oh, one second, let me turn my camera. So I looked into this and I think it's good, but the potential issue that could happen is that we will be testing with old image versions for certain release branches, or newer with old release branches. For example, if we're testing the new I don't know 128 when it's got eventually, it might cause issues with the image. But it's not bad. We can also have it like that.
I think for the older versions we have to explicitly add them, but for the future release branches, I think it happens automatically. So we don't have to essentially go ahead and add more jobs for new branches.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds good nonetheless.
And I just did this for the.
I'm slow here.
Features.
What is fork per release?
So sorry, repeat. You mean the
I don't know
option
if
that
it's my connection or something. What is fork per release?
Yeah, so if you kind of go through
What
the
does this
PR
fork per
itself.
release?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure. I'm just losing connection maybe. Yeah, so in this case, what I was trying to do was enable and add a few branches for, a few jobs for certain release branches. And Marco, who's, I believe, the release team member, he recommended that rather than doing that, like in addition to doing that, I should say, you can add this option and it ensures that for upcoming releases, this job has the option of running these jobs for a specific release branch. So rather than individually going to each release branch, adding a specific job to be able to enable it, for the upcoming releases, it would be done automatically.
Right. I think it's good to start with a fork, and then later on, if we decide we need a specific configuration for the job, we can create a new one.
Yep.
But we can use the default fork for most cases, and it probably will cache most of the cases. But yeah, I think that's a good point. Let me review that again.
Sorry, I got disconnected. I will make a few as co-host, so meeting won't be interrupted if I will be disconnected again.
Yeah, I think I was assigned as host after you disconnected.
Sorry about it. I don't know what happened. Share my screen again. And I missed the discussion. So you did you propose to change something or?
No, not proposing to change something. I think in terms of processes, for us to have ability to run certain jobs for release branches, this option comes handy for future releases. Like right now, I was essentially going and adding branches for specific release branches, but a release later, we would need to add another job for say 128. So this option allows us to automatically create or have access to jobs for upcoming releases, and it's more future proof. So that's what I learned actually last week, and it kind of is aligned with the subject that you were talking about.
Yeah, makes sense. One potential problem though, it will use newest images, right? So whenever we update image, we will need to run version of Kubernetes like 3 versions ago with a image that is very fresh. So it potentially can introduce some unexpected behaviors.
Yeah, that is a possibility. I don't fully understand how this works, and the images that will be used corresponding to those. I believe that if new jobs are made available, they'd be made available for that specific version. And we shouldn't run into the problem, but I am not 100% sure.
I think in that scenario, we can overwrite and create a manual job if we detect this is happening.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. In the same vein, I think Mike, you added previous release periodics, right?
Right, I created a couple of jobs for all the branches. These are periodics. In contrast, I believe these ones are pull request jobs.
Okay. Yeah. So to finish on it, like Swati, can you convert this in periodics?
Sure, that's
Also,
not a problem.
not convert, like add, like.
Yeah. No, I can do that.
Okay. Anybody wants to help with standalone mode? If not, I can do that. Okay.
Yeah,
I can take. Okay.
Hmm?
Yeah, I was going to say that I can take a pass at it, but like let Todd do it. That's not a problem.
But I don't remember your GitHub account, so I will just.
Yeah, it's Swati Saigal. Yeah, just my name and surname.
Yeah. Once we have it, we can. I think it's a good achievement. Recently, we improved coverage quite significantly. Okay. With that, let's go to performance. I always check performance before this meeting, but I don't. I want to do it together. I think it's more fun this way. So yeah. So this is Kubelet. Kubelet doing good so far. Still okay. So let's check on memory. Yeah, still good. And runtime. Nothing changed. Okay. CPU. Yeah, it's all good. Nothing changed. We don't merge too many PRs these days, but yeah, it also didn't change anything. So nothing broken. Okay, let's go to triage. Any other agenda items before we go to triage? Okay. Let's then go to. Oh, let's go to triage then. Yeah, pre-opened all the bugs. This is DRA. Still work in progress, so I will move it into waiting on author. New framework functions to pass context parameter. It's also a draft. Interesting. Oh, for contextual login, okay. Expect instead of expect equal. I would assume expect equal is better. Interesting. Okay, so expect gamma equal. Wait, haven't you heard about this expect error being deprecated? Expect error kind of handy.
Nope.
This doesn't look like a node issue.
Kubcato, yeah.
Yeah, I guess in most of it looks like it's marked as deprecated in code.
Wonder why. Is the syntax better? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it would be it's something to read offline.
I wonder if Patrick should know about this.
Oh, yeah, Brian, yeah. Do you know anything about it?
No, I'm wondering if Patrick would, you know, he just did that large refactor. He might have a good opinion on this one.
Yeah.
Pasted the commit that deprecated it in the chat.
Oh, Patrick's deprecated. There are more descriptions than that.
Yes, it just the framework functions are just a subset of what GoMega really does. It looks like so.
I see. Okay, so we will expect a flood of this refactoring. Expect, okay. Anyway, interesting. Didn't know about it. Implement requeue extension point. Yeah, I think it's product code. Yeah, a bunch of product code. Yeah, test a very small subset of it. So let me get it out of CI dashboard. UVIP implementation and work in progress. I wonder if it even touches SIG Node. Yeah, I don't see how it even affects in SIG Node. Maybe because of this. But it should be cloud provider. Anyway, I will archive it from here. Correctly handle known errors. Import forward. Again, oh, it's a couplet as well. Okay. And no tests. Somebody will need. Yeah, I think the first comment will be like, how is it tested? Can we add some tests? But I will move it out of this group. Okay, new failures. IDTI, are you here? No, I don't see you. Okay. It's not even working. Not even been started. Yeah, something broke. What can you say about it? Is anybody interested to take a look? Okay, so it's something related to test definition. April 28th. Right, I will add SIG testing as well.
Did you just call me out by name?
Yeah. I added SIG testing to this as well because it seems to be some problem with test definition. So, like according to this log, it's failing to initialize some project or something.
It looks fun anyway.
Is anybody interested? Okay. Let's keep it active. I will try to find if somebody can look at it.
You can send it to me, Sergey. Thanks.
Thank you.
X McQueen, right?
Branches. Oh, this is committee that you sent somebody. So yeah, we're done with this. This needs to be out of this project because it's not SIG node. Let me look at the waiting on author. We have like 23 here. So needs rebase, rebase, work in progress. Okay, that doesn't have any labels. Maybe we can take a look. Needs rebase. Doesn't have any labels, so opening it. Needs rebase, work in progress, do not merge, work in progress, do not merge, scheduler, needs rebase. Okay, interesting, this maybe needed. A hold. Open it. In progress. Okay, this we just looked at. Okay, Windows tests. New Windows test. Why it's waiting on author? Okay. So still a comment here. Yeah, but Ed moved it from waiting order to needs reviewer. Use public Ubuntu image for kubelet node end-to-end tests. I don't know where this is. So it feels that this person made it work. What do you know?
I thought so. Yeah, I mean, there's some end-to-end test run. Yeah, the point of this one was to allow some end-to-end tests run on AWS as well and use some of those credits, which is occurring now. So I'm not sure if there's anything remaining here. You can assign me and I'll have a look at it, and I'll ping Mohammed and ask. But this may be able to go just be closed.
Yeah, we may need to review which test to switch. I'm curious. Like I hear about this AWS credits use for a while, and I wonder if there is any status update on that. Maybe if you can tell next meeting if you know more information.
Yeah, I'll find out.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. So why is it waiting on author? So this is moving some tests into common. Okay, Dixie, do you remember what's the status? It seems that there are some tags missing, right, on a job definition.
I'll take a look at it today. The tags are in, but the jobs were removed that need to be added back.
Okay.
So I'll take a look at it today.
Yeah, thank you. It's still waiting on author then. I remember we discussed it a couple of times, so I don't think there is an update. Okay, now it's 2 files changed. Peter, do you have an update?
No, I did. Yeah, sorry, not yet.
Okay. Yeah, I remember we discussed it and you said that you may spend some time and something happened in this PR, but still not fixed.
Yeah, I did spend some time and I saw that it's still failing and didn't figure out how to fix it and got distracted.
Okay.
So try again.
Still waiting on author then. Absolute security context denial related code. Why is it area test? And it's failing. Okay, it's very much failing.
Yeah, there were a few. I looked at this one. There's a few other PRs that have to go in first, and the person that was, the person who was doing those was planning on doing this PR, and then this one was created.
Okay, so this one needs to go first. It wasn't marked as SIG node. I wonder if it should. Oh, it was kidding. Okay. Yeah, we can try to ping people on auto scaling. Okay. Still waiting on other than. It's good. Yeah. I think we out of things for test part of the meeting. We may go to the bugs. Oh, just one. This is new. I wonder if somebody triaged everything already. Okay. Failed to sync secret cache, timeout waiting for the condition. Okay, so again, secrets not being downloaded, I guess. Wow. Now to pull secret. The image pool may not succeed. Source version. Yeah, I cannot quite understand this port. This portion. The secret reflector resource version is larger than secret itself. Does anybody understand what does mean?
Not really. I don't see why the reflector would be stumped after 5 minutes. Maybe we can ask for a reproducer on this one.
Yeah, they kind of reproducing it, like, but yeah.
With some polyamids would be good.
Wait, this is different. It's secret pooled images is different. Oh. This person. So it's 126, so it's enough. I remember we had some bugs with secret config maps not being downloaded. I don't remember why, but it doesn't feel the same. It's something different. And yeah, I agree with you. Like, why wouldn't we stop watching for secret update? Okay, this is done. And go to goes here. Since we triaged everything. Let's go to need information and see if we can fish out something out of it. Okay. Connecticut skeleton reserved CPUs. I think assigned to Francesco. So maybe let's move implementation discussion PR. Okay, so we move to accept it. Long-term priority seems to be okay. Matching the expectation, and let me see if Francesco is actually assigned to this. Yeah, he's assigned. Okay. Eviction manager should check the disk usage of dead containers. Yeah, I remember we discussed it. We asked some question. Okay, person replied to one question, but not the other. Okay, still needs information. Shared GPU to multiple containers feasible. It's a very old bug.
I think DRA should be able to help out with this. Yeah, I see Dims has a comment about that.
Yeah.
NVIDIA has their multi-instance GPU, the MIG support as well. I wonder if it's just a. I don't think there's anything really for Cuba to do special.
Why is it 6 gathering? Oh, yeah, okay. And it's feature. So let me remove it from this board. Oh. There is no. How did I even open it? Okay, never mind. Clear restart counter. Yeah, I think this is a issue. Everybody just +1 on that. So the request here is sometimes clear restart counter, and I'm still waiting for a good explanation what the scenario is, like how one will know that restart counter needs to be cleaned. Okay, people just adding +1 here. Unable to attach or mount volumes for pod. Skipping pod. Okay, why we said it's needs information? Okay, because we expect it's already fixed, so we want this person to test it. Is it out yet? I think it should be out this week or sometime soon. Oh, not GK, sorry. Old habits. Yeah, it was last month, so pretty soon. Okay. I remember it also had a very long discussion and we asked some question. So deployments with spec replicas value is being modified. Okay, so it's not static pods. So I don't think it's a kubelet problem then. Not being marked ready. And yeah, so it's not static pods, as this person claims. Okay. Okay, still needs information. So we have, I think it's time to write an article like how you can get into out of CPU state. Jordan has like good idea. I wonder if you can put this in ChatGPT and say, write a blog post like documentation listing these scenarios. We'll write a useful blog post. Yeah. But yeah, nevertheless, we have cases of out of CPU on kubelet. Those are listed here. And it may be a new case, but I don't know how spec replicas can affect it. I mean, scheduler should handle it well. Anyway, let's move on. 3.6 startup error.
I think this was assigned to me. I never got the time to look at it.
Okay, so it's still. Well, there's some discussion after that.
I think they had a potential fix, if I remember correctly, and I was CC'd on the fix.
Okay.
So I'll add this to my backlog and try to take a look.
Okay. So fix is not rotten yet, right? Not rotten yet. Looked last month. Okay. Me. Yeah, but feel free to move it away back to this information.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. 10 minutes left. Let's take a couple more and we'll be done. Housekeeping routines keeps leaking. CI advisor again. Is it old? Oh, just a rotten sign was added again. Okay. Just 118 still? Yeah, 118. Yeah, it's so old. I don't know. Oh, okay. So there is active PR for this. So we had this oh no, it's not active PR. So we have this C advisor thing that is not super performant and apparently it's leaking. And let's take a look at this one. Well, to start live is prop. Yeah, I asked them if it's related to the other problem. It's a dupe. Okay, so this person claims that Windows stopped being capable executing probes at all. So it's not like file system is missing or anything, which is fascinating. Okay, let me add SIG Windows to it as well. Oh, it's already SIG Windows. Rename.
Did I see a really old version at the top referenced?
123, 124. It's still supported.
Okay.
And I think it's already on Containerd, so yeah, it's not a problem with Docker shim or anything. Okay, I suggest we stop on that, finish the meeting. Anything else for today? Going once, going twice. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.